Okay, so this is my first time in front of the camera for a video for YouTube. I am choosing to do the Strip Down Challenge because today, for the first time, all of LAUSD schools are being closed for a credible bomb threat, including the school that my mini-me goes to. So what do you do on a day like that? Well, make a YouTube video, of course. Anyway, I'm not taking it lightly, but I did take the opportunity to make this time productive, to do a quick video, and then I'm going to go out and do something more productive with my kid. Not more as in comparatively more than this, more as in additionally. So, for those of you, most of you who have probably searched for this tag, and there's probably like 5 of you only watching it, which thank you. How embarrassing. I'm hungry. That's why I'm doing this video now, because I want to do it quickly so I can eat lunch, breakfast and lunch. And if I eat first, I may want to try this more than once, and I just want to do it once. So, for those of you who do not know, this responsive wave of videos of Strip Down for the Strip Down tag was created because there was originally a video from a model who it's come into question whether or not she's really representing how she feels accurately. I agree with a couple of things she says. I don't agree with the main points of what she says. And so I just want to talk about why I started my channel. So I'm going to set my timer. I'm using my iPhone to film this. So, and I'm hoping that the autofocus is going to really work. And I'm using an iPad for the timer. So I'm going to start now. Okay, so the model who started this, I don't agree with her claim. Well, okay, she can feel how she wants to about social media and that she's against it in its current state, but I think it's very naive to think that ads and advertising won't be a part of social media. There are ads before this video. I don't let ads run in between it, and I don't let the little banners run. But even if I said I don't want to run ads myself, by default YouTube, they will run ads in a certain way. And that's part of the bargain because they provide this service for free, and there needs to be some revenue for them to make it worth it. And so they need to charge ads. And it is part of an ecosystem of people getting content for free or very low cost, and that you have to exchange something for its ads. Okay, so that being said, I do agree with her idea that you shouldn't let your phone prevent you from experiencing something in actuality. And I had an experience where I was on a whale watching trip with my daughter's class, and I kept trying to get the shot, and because I really wanted it and I thought it would be great, and I kept staring at the event through this little screen, and at first I missed this great breach, which is apparently very rare, and I didn't feel great about that. So I eventually saw they did another one. These whales were very active, and I was very happy. And I did get it on film too, a different one. But I could have missed that, and so that taught me something. Also, when you constantly stare at an event through a small screen, your brain really doesn't get the full impact of it. Your eyes and your brain see so much and interpret so much that you're really stifling yourself with the experience if you just pay attention through the small screen. So, and I also agree with, I think she kind of mentioned if you're experiencing life, if you're communicating just through your phones, that can be bad. And I can say personally that I don't think it's great if people are sitting around a restaurant table and they're all on their phones and they're not talking, or they're talking through texting and, you know, to someone who's 2 feet in front of you at a dinner table. I think that's wrong, but you know what? That's me. I'm not judging anybody, but personally, I think it's a lost opportunity and it's sad. Okay, so enough of her video. For me, when I saw the strip down challenge, I thought this is great because I'm an iPhoneographer at heart, and I like getting the shot as it's presented to me. And I don't use a lot of editing equipment. I have a Nikon camera, which I will be using more of, although I think it doesn't have a great mic. But, you know, I started a few videos on YouTube using just my iPhone. And to be able to go unedited with no editing and no music in the background and no planning, it was like ding, 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 jackpot. Wow, this challenge is for me. Let me see how much time I have. Okay, so I'm 4 minutes into it. All right, so the next 6 minutes, I would kind of like to talk about why I started my YouTube channel. Because I'm not really a video person. I'm an iPhoneographer, and I was a photographer before that. I didn't grow up with social media. Obviously, you can tell I am not 20 years old. I did not grow up with social media, so I have a different perspective on it. And I really enjoy it for what I do, with it. I was at Disneyland not quite a year ago, and I met this really nice young man named Nick, and he noticed my daughter had special needs. And in case you haven't realized it yet, my channel is about autism and autism-related subjects, but not just autism. It's, you know, you can't let your entire life be enveloped by autism, which you can if you let it. But you have to have some other things that your life's about. You know, the rest of your family is very important. I think having a way to express yourself artistically is important. And that's what I do with my channel. And that's what I do with I guess it's a brand, you know. I am Raven's Roll Top. And I came up with it because when talking with this nice young man named Nick, he was getting teary because he had a very close friend of the family, and he was like Uncle Nick to this young kid who had autism. And the kid, you know, was very nonverbal and had all kinds of issues, but you know, loves going to Disneyland as so many autistic kids do, and you know, I do. Anyway, but I realized, talking to him, as I talk to so many people that I try to help, is that I keep presenting the same initial information over and over and over again. And I thought to myself, well, why don't I create a video of this or create a YouTube channel and create the content that can be replicated on demand? So if people had, you know, wanted to search for it, had a question, they could tap into that. And so that's why I started it. And obviously there is a Disney reference, or there's an Alice in Wonderland reference, when the Mad Hatter says, you know, when he asks Alice, what's the difference between you know, a raven and a writing desk? And a roll top is like an old-timey writing desk. So Raven's Roll Top is kind of an allusion to the Mad Hatter and the whole concept of all the best people are a little mad. So I have to say that, yes, I do agree with that. Okay, where are we on time? So I have about 3 more minutes. Okay, so that being said, wow, now here's the part that I can ramble on a bit about, a little bit about myself. So now that I've talked about, you know, why this challenge was issued, how I feel about it, why I started my channel, I can talk a little bit about myself. So, as I said before, I did not grow up with social media, and yes, it's possible to have a very interesting life without social media. But I do think that social media enhances it, and I very much enjoy it. I am an iPhoneographer. I really enjoy using my iPhone to take pictures. And I use different apps. I like using filters. And the whole issue of spending a lot of time taking a photograph, I can tell you I have spent quite a lot of time shooting something over and over again to get it right. But it's not me. It's because I wanted to say something with my shot, or I wanted to learn from it. And when I look at photographs, a series of 10 or 20 or 30 photographs that I've taken on a subject, the angle will be slightly different, or the lighting will be different, or I'll be using Hipstamatic and the filters will randomly combo in a different way. And so I get to choose. And I think that photographing something multiple times, slightly different light, different angle, it trains your eye to be a better photographer. And so I am very much for it, as long as you have the ability to cut through the photos. And if you're starting out, you don't want to take so many photographs that you just can't cut through them. So if you're a newbie and you're taking pictures and you want to develop your eye, take 5 to 10 of something, and then really look at them and figure out, don't take 100, you will never get through them. I can just tell you right now, taking 100 pictures of the same tree at almost the same angle, game over. Forget about it, you're done. You will turn yourself off. But I am all for taking multiple pictures. There's another thing too that she brought up in this video about how basically she spent most of her time staging things. I got 20 seconds, I better make it count. And not really living life. Don't distract yourself with so much digital media that you lose the ability, or you don't develop your ability to be a critical thinker. Critical thinking is massively important, and it will save your skin sometime when you really need it. And I am done. All right, well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.